We're here with Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg to talk about his mental health initiative. No, we're not. We're here to talk about bail reform. Okay, so I'm really happy to be here with you. Thank you, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, for inviting me here into your office to talk about what we can do better. And a big topic on everyone's mind is public safety, and there's that element of crime and recidivism and jail, but a big part of it has to do with public health and mental health.
As district attorney, my role, as I've said this repeatedly, is to advance both public safety and fairness. These announcements today do exactly that. They are fairness and public safety announcements. By addressing this crisis, we address recidivism and thereby advance public safety.
You put out this announcement of this investment that you're putting into mental health resources to offset what's happening in the criminal system, and I'd love for you to explain to us what that's about and how it will help Manhattan.
So it's a $9 million investment, 2 requests for proposals. The first is for community navigators, so folks who are trained and have the background will be people will put in their proposals from organizations that do this type of outreach that will connect with people in up to 6 neighborhoods in Manhattan. And the first piece is for people who may have no criminal justice involvement we're trying to prevent. The second piece is right in our courtrooms after arraigned, so someone is arrested for something, they come in, they get arraigned, and then the judge may say you have to come back in 2 weeks. The judge may impose some sort of a court-ordered mandate, that they have to do some sort of programming. This is a kind of a voluntary, kind of additional, so the person may need help with some sort of housing supports, may need help with kind of food access, and so connecting them right there in the courtroom. So it really is about the human connection, and we call it community-based navigation and then court-based navigation.
Okay, so the community-based is almost like preventive, and the court-based is after a crime has been committed.
Exactly.
Okay, so right now, right before this program takes place, what has the system been currently?
So, if you come down to like kind of Manhattan criminal court, probably any criminal court in the country, but certainly here in Manhattan, you will see sort of the shortcomings of our, basically Social Security, social service net, and particularly sort of the mental health. And so really we've got a system I think people sort of know is porous in lots of ways in terms of, delivering various social services, and that's reflected sort of when the people we see, particularly with the crimes we sort of see in misdemeanor court in particular.
So what other partners do we need to rely on here to get the city back to where it should be? All eyes are on the city, and there has been a lot of complaints about public safety and the state of Manhattan and the state of the city, and crime is escalating, and that was a big topic, yes, in the political elections. But it's a big topic, as you see, when you walk around on the street. So what do we need?
No, it's a big topic. I move around the island and talk to lots of folks. It's like what we think of here every single day. Mm-hmm. There are a number of different things that are happening, and I think it's about deepening the capacity and sort of getting some of the things to scale. So I can tell you about in Central Harlem, really under the leadership of the Business Improvement District leader, she convened a bunch of us and said, this 125th Street corridor, there's homelessness, there's open drug use, there is shoplifting. We need to all come together. And so she got a storefront from a local business owner, which let us kind of have space for a while, and would have weekly meetings with the police department, the district attorney's office, homeless services, Department of Buildings, because some of the conduct was happening under illegal scaffolding, folks from HHC, so we had clinicians, medical workers going out, and they would fan out over about a 5-block radius with an incredible kind of array, kind of like the toolkit of city services, and depending upon what issue was presented, which tool out of the toolkit, some of it would be for arrest and prosecution, Others of it would be for medical intervention. Some would be like, okay, that scaffolding is unlawful. We're going to take it down and literally let in sunlight. And the strides made in that area really is it's something that we're now talking about taking to other neighborhoods, replicating. Yes.
Can we talk about bail reform? This is my question, and seriously, why do you think you are the scapegoat in the bail reform conversation? Why does everyone come after you?
So, well, it's been who everyone is. I think there's the
media. I'll throw myself under the bus. Not me specifically, but I think that the narrative is, oh, it's the Manhattan DA, it's the Manhattan DA.
Part of it is Manhattan's the best part of the city and the best part of the country, the best part of the world. So we get a lot of attention. That's a piece of it. I think if you look at the gubernatorial election, there certainly was kind of the political advertising, a throwback to sort of the Willie Horton era, which was a very, I think, unfortunate type of political advertising. But, you know, my focus is on like the data, the real discussion. Like we are not, you know, out there, you know, politicking and campaigning. We're like right here where you are in this building every day, going to court, you know, in appropriate cases, asking for and getting pretrial detention, making the hard decisions under our current law. And so like that's my focus, right? I'm not, you know, the sort of an article here, you know, a campaign ad there. That is, I leave that to others. And so we gotta, I mean, this work is so sobering and so profound, right? Literally the most serious government power, the restriction of liberty, that we don't have time to sort of engage in sort of things that are not based in fact, based in data, and rooted in like the real sober reality of the work. So no time for politicking.